Hi, everybody. Welcome to our online Maundy Thursday service. I'm so glad to welcome all of you here today. Thank you for taking the time today to connect with our congregation and to this service, and to take the time to continue in our journey through Holy Week. Tonight is a very, very significant and special service. It is, as we've come to know, the last night of Jesus' life on this earth, and we take the time to commemorate that, to celebrate that, and we're going to do that in a couple of different ways this evening. I'd like to thank all of you who joined us for the first two services earlier this week and participating in them in your own ways at home. I've really enjoyed this new experience so far, and I hope that we will continue to find meaning, community, and support in this continued time of isolation. So obviously today we are celebrating something that we today call Maundy Thursday, and if we were to gather together here in this wonderful worship space today or tonight, we'd be participating in some really significant and wonderful rituals, including hand washing, which right now it's taken on a whole new meaning for us in the midst of this pandemic. We would be participating in communion, and at the end of the service, we would take time to strip the worship space of its accoutrements. And once again, I'm so sorry that we can't gather together in person here today. I know that many of you really miss being in this place with your friends and getting caught up person to person. But you know what? That does not mean that we can't do something special in the privacy of our homes. We are still connected through these services, through the emails, through the phone calls, and through the mail that goes out. Now, before we begin, I would invite you to go and find a bowl of water and soap, or after this special hand washing blessing, put me on pause again. I will wait for you. Go and wash your hands at your kitchen or bathroom sink. We got to do what we got to do in these times. Yes, Jesus washed his disciples' feet in a time when they did not know about bacteria and germs and viruses. They didn't really know that this is how these infections and diseases got spread. And as a sign of hospitality in the ancient world, with sandaled or sometimes bare feet, you'd be walking. Who knows what you've stepped in, the dirt, the mud, everything else. It was part of the custom of hospitality to wash your guests or visitors' feet as they entered your home. But today, this takes on a whole new meaning. As I said, we now know how germs are spread, how viruses get shared around. And I think it would be kind of weird if I asked all of you to go and wash your mouths out with soap. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to do the next best thing. And especially in this time of pandemic and isolation, I think this, like I said, it takes on a whole new meaning and significance. We're going to wash our hands. This is how, more often than not, germs get shared and spread, okay? And again, that is not necessarily the point of all of this. It is a sign of hospitality, a sign of friendship, a sign of welcome. And that's what I want us to remember tonight. And again, once again, tonight, I'd like to invite any of you that are interested and comfortable doing so to find bread of some kind, or some kind of maybe a cracker and some kind of a drink that you have on hand to use for communion tonight. I encourage you to commune yourself again, or if you've got family gathered with you, to commune one another if you're comfortable doing so. And again, we don't have to be physically together here in this place to share in this meal of love and grace in person, but we are still connected to one another by sharing this meal at home, by its more deeper significance and meaning. Thank you to all of you for your continued support and understanding in these unprecedented times. It is so much appreciated. And please know that I do think of you often. I pray for you daily, and I miss being gathered together with all of you here in this wonderful space. My friends, we will get through this. One way or another, we will make it through this. So I invite you now to take a moment of quiet reflection and centering as we prepare our hearts and our minds for worship.